mission.
I think I was talking about, okay, so what manifestation was to me. And, I was saying, like, it's like a prayer. You talk to God or yourself because it's one in one, right? Like, God is within you or whoever you believe in, the universe, the stars, whatever, Allah. Like, and then just putting that out in the world, like, physically saying it out loud. Like, this is what's going to happen. Talking about it like it's all either going to happen or it's already happening. Because I feel like talking about it like it's already happening. Like, I already have that job. I know it. I'm going to, and even doing things. Like, I remember before I moved to Raleigh, I had applied to many jobs and I interviewed and I I lied. When I applied to the school in the Outer Banks and I was living, before I got the job, I had already changed my Google Maps to my work address to that address, not knowing I had received the job, Yeah. And then a couple of weeks later, I got the job. So in my mind, I wasn't thinking of manifesting, but I feel like that was an action. Right. Like, I've already, like, believed that this job is mine. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise, And I did an action that showed that. So I feel like that helped me in the long run or whatever. But things like that, just like talking and believing that that's already yours. Whatever you're asking for, whatever you're praying for. And it doesn't have to be like you're asking for something. It could be like anything. But whatever it is, that's what it is to me. And then, praying. And then if it doesn't work out, then it's for a reason.
Isn't it? Okay, so maybe this is weird for me. So when it comes to praying, I feel so awkward praying compared to like my manifestations. I feel like granted, yes, I do agree that manifestations and prayers are one and the same. But it's just like when I pray to God, I am literally like, I don't know. Growing up and seeing how my elders pray,
right? How
my parents pray.
Like,
I feel like I prayed get on your wrong. Knees. Yes. Yeah, like, so I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable because that's not my style.
Correct.
So it's like when it comes to,
it seems so low-key, like formal. It seems formal, like too religiously. Yeah. Like to get on my knees and pray and close my eyes.
Yeah.
I feel like low-key is kind of fake to me. Like, I feel like I'm not being real.
Yes.
And God's not really hearing me. Like, I feel like, for me, it's like, I'm in the shower.
The VIP line.
Yeah. Look. I be in the shower. That's when I do it. When I'm washing dishes. Like, just when I have time.
In the car.
Yes. Oh, my God. Any road trip, I'm crying, honey.
I got time. Okay?
I'm crying and talking to the Lord. Any road trip there is. If you in the car with me, you going to see me cry. We're going to pray again. We're going to pray again. If that drive is more than an hour, then you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I feel like, and not to take away from people who do that, but it definitely, I'm not a traditional person when it comes to manifesting or praying. I am talking to God whenever I feel like it, in the toilet, in the shower, in the car,
anywhere. Anywhere.
At any time.
Shoot, because I know for me, like, because like with my manifestations, I just feel like I could be my authentic self. I be cussing. I be like, please let these bitches just release the fake bitches from me, but but then it's just like real. When I pray, I be like, especially when I get into it, I be like, oh, release the fake bitch. I'm like, oh, my heart, God. Like, now I have to apologize. But that's it. For how that's it.
It literally, like, you said it. Like, God already knows you, so I feel like if you're like, oh, these nice girls. Like, you're being fake. Like, God already knows you want to say bitches. You know real. And so, I feel like, I don't see why he would have a problem with that. Right. Like, I don't think, we're being authentic, and he knows our authentic self.
Don't let me have my own church and my mom pull up. Okay? Clutches pearls, okay?
Yeah.
My mom gonna be like, Lord.
They're gonna be fanning themselves like, oh, Lord.
Lord Jesus. Like, all of it. Where's the anointing oil? All of it. Aaron was real sick, and like I was when y'all were real sick, girl. That was just so weird.
Almost died.
I just remember like I went to go like pick up some stuff from my mom-in-law's house. And in the bag, she was some anointing oil. Cause like Aaron's real stubborn. Like I was like, let me like cut up some onions, put on the bottom of your feet, all that stuff. He didn't want to do it. He won't let me do my process. And so my mom was like, here's some anointing oil. So when he sleep, you can just. I was just like, yo. I didn't use it because I just know Aaron was gonna be like,
what the heck?
You know what I'm saying? like
my mom used to. Oh God, I used to hate it. God, but I know that her prayers have covered me to this day. So shout out to her. But she used to like wake up like at 3, 4 in the morning, and I would hear her. I would eventually wake up because I would hear her praying, and she would get like louder, I guess, by the more she was into it or whatever. And then I could hear her going into everyone's room, and she would come and like touch me with the oil and like pray for me at like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to sleep. Like I have school in a couple of hours, and she would come do that. And I feel like, I don't know, I have a vivid memory, like it just happened a lot growing up, and I was like, I'm just trying to go to sleep. Because she would do it like at 4 or 5 in the morning and just pray so loud. And I consider myself not a heavy sleeper, so I feel like that's why I always woke up when I heard her. It would get on my nerves.
I remember when I was in middle school, I don't know how, like I was home by myself, and it was like dark. My parents were working or whatever. And no, not my parents. This is when it was just me and my mom, like post-divorce. So like I remember I just came home one day, but I'm a person, I like it dark. Like I'm not turning on all these lights. And I had like the kitchen light on, and I just remember something just made me look at like the doors, and I saw like a reflection. It was really a reflection of oil, and it was just the cross, like on all the doors.
Oh my
God! My mom, yes, like, she would. No demons were getting through that house.
Okay,
so I just remember I was just like, because I remember seeing a cross, but it looked like it was dripping.
Yeah, so that's like kind of scary.
Yo, that's what I was looking.
Because you'd be like, oh, who's this?
I was like, what?
It's like you see like in a horror movie,
like,
but it was like a good thing.
Yeah, it was a good thing though. Like now, if it was like blood or something, I'm going to my neighbor's house. But like,
that's crazy. Okay, so like that's like a traditional way. Like your mom, my mom, like they do their praying like a traditional way. But I don't think that God doesn't listen to us because we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he knows who we are and he listens to us. And I'm very thankful for my mom's prayers to this day, because I know she keeps praying for me, and I'm sure your mom does the same. Yeah. But you know, we're like a new, like, you know, not even new, it's just like it's just our own way, you know? And I don't think that God doesn't listen to us. Like I think he listens to us just as much as, you know, he listens to our mom. So that's
I believe
great.
that now. I used to think, I was like, dang, like I know my mom on the VIP line, like
yeah, my mom's still on the VIP line. Okay, look, I say if I hear the what's it called, not the sirens, the horns, okay, and it seemed like the rapture happened, I'm calling my mom, because if she's not here, then I got left, honey. Okay?
We got
look, that's the first person I'm looking for, because I know she's in heaven.
My mom, like, facts, no, sorry, it just resonated what you just said, because like, yes, because my mom, she like already, so this is how I know she in the VIP line. I was in college. You know, in college, I'm doing shit I don't need to be doing, living my best life without supervision, okay? And my mom calls me randomly one night. My spirit is telling me you doing something you're not supposed to be doing. And when I say, mind you, I had the liquid courage in me already. Like I was like, tell your spirit that they snitching.
You're bad.
Look. That's just
you're bad. That's crazy.
I literally snitching on me.
Wow. That's happened to me before. I did not say that to my mom. I was like, don't worry, mom. Nothing's like, if I answer the phone, that means I'm okay. There's this meme that I saw one day when we can really edit our videos. The meme can like pop up. But there's this meme of like Patrick Star laying on the ground like this, and he's like, I guess like, I think he's like ice cream wasted or something. But it's like the caption was like, my mom at home praying for me, and like where my like whereabouts are, and here I'm out in the streets just like passed out drunk somewhere. And I thought about it because I was like, this is literally me in college. And I know my mom was so worried about me in college, but I feel like she was worried about me, and she would call me and stuff like that, and she would try to like, not try to stop it, but like encourage me to stop. But she also knew like what I was doing, so I think she just kept praying. So, and I feel like that's the reason
my mom knew what I was doing, so that's why she called. She's like, you know what? And this might be a level 10. She might be doing the most. Hey, my spirit is telling me. I was like, dang. Social spirit got a job.
I did get brave like you one time. I was home. It was one summer after college. I feel like it was before I turned 21 because I feel like that's why they were like upset. I mean, I might have been like 20, and I came home one day after drinking with my friends at the pier bar or whatever, and I was drunk as hell. And I went straight to sleep. It was like 7 o'clock because I had been drinking all day, and I went straight to sleep because I didn't want my parents to like you know, I didn't want to just be around them because I was drunk. I got home, I went straight to my room, and they came in. They're like, "You're drunk." I'm like, "Yes, I am." Oh, why are y'all like, just leave me alone? Like, I'm clearly tore up. I'm sleeping in my bed. I made it home. Like, don't ask me how I made it home. I don't know. And yeah, just let me sleep. Wake me up tomorrow.
We'll talk about it then.
Like, why are you guys gonna try to like argue with me right now when I'm like obviously not coherent?
Right.
Like, just let me go.
What are we
sleep.
gonna do about it? And
I feel like if my kid came home, I guess if they're like a teenager or whatever, under 21, and they were drunk, I just would not try to argue with them at the moment. I'd be like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You're grounded.
Just know.
But
don't wake up.
Enjoy your hangover.
Right.
I'll probably like wake them up super early the next morning. Like, wake the fuck up.
I ain't getting no sleep. So you ain't getting no sleep. Like, dang.
So next time you don't drink that much. See, I feel like that's good parenting. You know, like,
yes.
Enjoy your drinking. Like, you did it. You got away with it. Congratulations. But now you're going to deal with this hangover like a real adult, like a real 20-plus-year-old. Okay.
And don't chug that water too fast. Okay. Here's ibuprofen, but don't chug it too fast or you just going to, no point. You're going to waste these pills. That's what you're going to do.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that you can manifest bad things in your life? Not like you purposely do it, but
I feel like depending on how you're manifesting, if you don't have intention behind it or the confidence behind it, like you're unsure, it's just like, well, how's the universe supposed to give you what you want if you really don't know what you want?
Okay, so yes, I agree to that, but that's not exactly what I was asking. Okay. Like, let's say like, okay, you're obviously, me saying this is not like me trying to manifest, but you end up manifesting it because you're talking out loud saying, I'm just no good for et cetera, I'm not going to get this job, and just talk out loud because you're frustrated, you're going through a negative whatever time, you're sad, you got beat up, shit's not going right for you. So it's not like I'm like purposely manifesting negative things into my life, right? But I'm just talking out loud because I'm upset, I'm crying, whatever, and I'm talking out loud, and now I'm saying I'm never going to get this job, or I'm scared, or my friends hate me, whatever the case might be, and then that shit ends up happening.
So I'm gonna say yes, because I believe that the power of the tongue, girl, the power of the effing tongue is really, I think. And then I also, and it's so interesting because I naturally do that. I'm just like, oh, I'm so stupid. Like, what the fuck?
I'm really bad at that.
Like, and I remember I was talking to my sister, and I was like, I'm the problem child. She was like, stop fucking saying that. Like, because I was basically during college, in my family, I was already labeled the rebellious one. Like, oh, she's going to be a college dropout.
I've heard you say that
but
before.
I won't.
Right.
Aggie pride. Okay.
Degree right up there. Okay. Can't really see it, but it's up there.
But it's there. But like, literally, my sister was just like, you're not the problem child. You're just really confident with who you are, and to the point where you make other people uncomfortable. I'm not your traditional, like, oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, like, I'm not, that's not me. Like, so I feel like she really like snapped that out of me. She's like, you need to stop talking like that. Like, and so I do believe, like, once I master and speak with intention, even if it's just to myself, I feel like I'll start seeing my surroundings reflect that. Even
to the thing like, oh, I'm so broke. Like, we shouldn't even be saying that. And that's so easy to say. Like, it's not even negative. Like, we don't even think about it as being a negative manifestation, but that is. We keep that mindset that, oh, I'm so broke. We're going to keep being broke.
I've been trying,
you know?
So what I was saying is like, oh, I'm in between blessings. But I don't even like saying that anymore.
No, because then you're
I'm stuck. I don't want to be stuck here.
We're not in between nothing. We're just
I'm rich as
light.
fuck.
We're just
Money's gonna come to me. Okay.
Yeah, but I actually Tracy had posted a video on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it. It was this guy talking how the power of the tongue is very powerful, and that so God is everywhere, right? He hears us, but he also knows what we're thinking, right?
Excuse me.
The devil or evil forces, whatever you believe in, they can't hear us and hear what's in our heart. But if we're talking out loud, they can definitely hear. I did see
that post.
Yes.
Basically, we're telling them
what the hell they want us to do. Like, oh, I'm so stupid. He's gonna keep making us more oh, I'm never gonna get this job because I'm stupid, whatever. Or these friends don't like me, or my man is doing et cetera, et cetera. So like, if we're saying that out loud, he can hear us, and then he's gonna use that against us. So God hears our heart and hears everything around us. I'm hitting this mic like crazy, but the devil he can't hear our thoughts. You know what I mean? So pretty much it was like, so shut up, like don't say anything like it's negative about yourself or people around you.
I will say one thing that I've been wanting to master, but I talk too damn much.
Girl,
I've been trying.
And that's why we're doing this,
right? What's this podcast?
So we can fucking talk.
But it's like moving in silence. Like for me, it's just like when I have something good going for myself, I want to share like my blessings. I want to be like, call my best friend, my village, my support system. Like, oh my God, girl, like, guess what just happened? Like, I just got a raise, or oh my God, guess what's like, I just got a help. Like, I want to share my blessings with those who I love, but it's just like I've been seeing so many posts where it's just like move in silence and just pop out.
Yeah,
but
I've seen that too, and I'm kind of like, so I'm used to not saying like I'm usually not like a person to be like, if I get a new car, do something, get something new, whatever, I'm usually like, I definitely won't post it on social media. I will call some of my friends if I feel the need to or whatever, but I don't even know necessarily if that, I feel like moving in silence, like I feel like that's more towards like social media. Like you don't want to tell people that you don't really have a connection with. Like if you tell me or another one of your good friends, like Jasmine or something, neither me or her or someone like Tracy have like a vindictive towards it, right? So telling us would be more like a support, like, oh yeah, we're here. But telling social media, you don't know who follows you that really don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, cause I'm like there's some things I guess like, I should probably move in silence, and because I will say this is a trait that I do have. I'll say all my like, oh yeah, like this is what I'm doing, but because ADHD, I'll be hyper fixated on shit, and then 2 weeks later, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, are you still doing that thing? I'm like, oh. So that's why I feel like in that sense, like let me just wait till it blows
like
up.
Like the subbing thing, like how you were telling me about it, and then like I totally even forgot about it. Like the subbing thing that you were telling, I totally even forgot about it.
I sure did.
And then you didn't end up doing it. And so so like I think I think you can pick and choose. Like I don't think it's like
there's to a certain extent,
right? Like
if it's something brand
definitely
new
not
like
socials. Like I would keep it off because you don't know who, unless you know for sure. Like I like you 5 years into a new, not even 5 years, but like a year into a new job, and you're like, I just got promoted in my new job. People didn't even know you had a new job.
Right.
Like I feel like that's not, but like something like the sewing, something like that. Like I feel like you can tell some friends, but some things I feel like you should just keep it for yourself until you know for sure you're actually doing that thing. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, hey y'all, I'm about to opportunities coming up. If I can have some prayers, just some general prayers, and I feel like that's kind of like you kind of get it off your chest, but not like completely. You know,
without the details.
Yeah, and then you have like a community behind you, like supporting you. Like, okay, I know my girl's about to go through something. Let me pray for her.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely talk too much out loud. Some things are negative. It's so easy just to be like, I'm broke or I'm dumb or I'm da-da-da-da-da. But we definitely got to take ourselves out of that because
I feel like for me,
not good.
I saw this one post on Instagram where she was just like, you know what, like I could be on my last dime. But instead of saying like, damn, I'm broke as fuck, she was just like, damn, I'm rich as fuck. That money about to come right back.
Yes.
And then, but it's just like, I feel like I'm in a process where I'm in a process of unlearning the things I've learned. And it's very
hard.
Difficult.
Yeah.
It's natural.
How old are we're like 30 something. Yeah, that's 30 years of learning to be like this and that, and we're trying to learn it. So it's not gonna come like overnight, but definitely something that we got to put action every day too. Even to the down to like, I saw that when you pay your bills, don't be upset, because you should be happy that you have enough to pay your bills and know that money's coming back to you. Yeah. So even down to like paying your bills, buying things that you feel like, oh, I don't want to buy this, but you got to, don't have that mindset, because then that money's not going to come back to you, you know?
It's a process though.
It is. It's hard. It's hard to, I used to actually like, if we would have talked about this maybe 3 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago, I would have been like, I don't hate, but I still kind of like, it gets under my skin a little bit, fake positive people. Like, I'm very realistic, and when things are going bad, it's hard for me to like look for the positive, because I am a realistic person. Like, why am I being positive if, for example, I just got laid off my job and it's been hard to find another job. Like, what is there to be positive about? And then people be like, well, you should be happy that you have food in your fridge. No, shut the fuck up. I don't care about the food in my fridge. Right. I care about finding a job so I can keep food in my fridge. Right. So 2-3 years ago, if you would ask me, I've been like, I'm all about positivity, but I hate fake positivity. Yeah. And to me, like, it's kind of like fake positivity. But now I'm kind of like, it's not necessarily fake positivity. It's more like just trying to keep your spirits up so that the good can come to you. Like, put the good, keep putting the good. But it's hard. It's hard, especially with life going on now. It's hard to be positive about things.
So I relate to what you just said, like triple times 1,000%. Because last year, January 4th, 2023, at 9:20 in the morning, fucking got a phone call from my supervisor basically laying me off. And she was like, oh, are you on the way to work yet? Mind you, like, I remember, I would just never forget this. I like walk into work like my usual time, because I had West Coast, like that was my region as a training coordinator. So West Coast, I'm 3 hours ahead. I have time. Okay. So I would walk into work around 11, 9, 10, wait, 9, no, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Because in West Coast, everything opens at 8. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, I got time. Like, so she was like, oh, are you on your way to work? In my head, I'm like, girl, you know my schedule. Like, no, I'm not on my way to work. So she was like, oh, well. And then she like basically laid me off. So I had to go like doing the most. So I had to like go pick up my stuff or whatever. But it's just like, it was a roller coaster of emotions, because I was like, you know what? Like, I was positive and I was like, oh, like, fuck them. That means something bigger is coming, right? Like, because I did my job damn well. I was doing other people's job, like, even outside my realm.
You were on the, like, they just lost the best thing.
Yeah, like, fuck that shit. It's okay. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Like, I'm going to do this shit myself. Like, I'm going to do something myself and, like, make my own. Like, I was on LinkedIn on some, like, entrepreneurship is the way to go. Like, I was going all out. And this is where I was like, I should have moved in silence, because I did not move forward, like, the route that I said that I was going to move. But, like, at the same time, I was just like I would say maybe 4 months in, then I hit my, like, low. Because things aren't quick like I want to. Because normally the longest time it ever took me to find a job was 3 months. When I hit January, February, March, I was getting nothing but rejection. Like from 9 to 5, I was applying to jobs like while Aaron was working his ass off from home. Like, I was just like, okay, like, it's okay. I'm gonna find me a job, babe. Like, granted, yeah, I can just be like, oh, well, I have a husband and, he's gonna, but that's not me. Like, I like nice things. I like to buy things for myself, because
it gives you have to have your own.
But so it's just kind of like, for me not to have a job by month 3, I was like, okay, it's okay. For my birthday, I'm going to get me a job. Apply, reject. I was just like, yeah, what the fuck? And that's why it's like, honestly, I will say, like, my birthday, like last year, like turning 30, y'all made it so, like, y'all literally made me forget, like, the stress and everything that I was going through. And so like I will always cherish that moment from you guys. But it's just like even the next day, it was just one of those things where at least I have like a little, y'all created memories for me. You know what I'm saying? So to where it's just like, you know what, I may be low in the dumps, but one thing I admire about myself, I am one hustling ass bitch. And I feel like 2023 for me, reflecting back on it now, like that was my, for me, time to learn to, I don't know. It was just really a time for me to learn about myself, reflect about myself. And it was just, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Let me think before I speak. It was a time for me to learn. It was a time for me to kind of accept as well and reevaluate how to move forward. Because my mindset was, oh, I need a job, right? But then now I'm in a mental space where I have technically like 3 jobs. And one thing I always say to myself, if I were to get laid off from my other job, at least I still have another stream of income.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of where I want to be. Now, granted, in the future, I don't want 3 jobs.
No.
I'm tired, boss. Like, I'm so tired.
And we shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that.
But like right now, I'm good. Like, you know what? Like, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor. And I'm able to get nice things. I'm able to do what I want to do with my money and still pay my bills and have money left over. And so it's just like, dang. Now, granted, yeah, it took a lot for me to get here, but I'm always thankful for that. And it's something that's a part of my character that I'm like, you know what? I apply myself because there's people out here that could never. And would never, even if they had the opportunity, they would not like.
That reminds me of that saying that says, "Don't ask for your blessings and then not be prepared to like live them out." You know, type shit, like, or whatever. Like, don't ask for this new job if you're not willing to really put in the hours. Don't ask God to give you more work. You know what I'm saying? Because then what are you asking for? Like,
and I just for my like manifestations and prayers. I remember I was driving to work one day, like, and this is just job number 1. And I was just crying on my way to work because granted, the job I'm currently at, like, I don't belong there, but it's something that's helping me out. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember crying like, God, what I gotta do to be on the VIP line? Because I feel like you're not hearing me.
No,
like,
I feel that.
Like I've literally been consistent with what I've been asking for. And I know I'm capable of doing it. Because once upon a time, I had way more than 3 jobs. So I know if I was in college, working full time, working on campus, and I worked as a student. I feel like being a student is a job.
Yeah, it is.
Then I worked on campus.
You're actually lucky if that's your only job.
Girl.
Like, if you're just a student, you're very blessed. So if you are a student and have no other jobs,
and you're doing okay,
you're super blessed. Like soak that in and like finish school before you have to get a job for real. Because working and going to school is the worst. That's why I couldn't finish school because it was just too much for me. I'm definitely a person that just needs to eat. Well, at least at that time. I don't know now. Maybe I have more responsibility in me now. I can do a job and go to school. But back then, honey, I could not focus on partying, going to school, and having a job.
And that's the thing. I was still partying. I don't know how, like, literally now,
I can't do that.
At my big ass age, I don't know how I was doing that. I'm like, how was I able to party? I also worked at a nightclub as a bottle girl. My dad will never know.
You did? As a bottle girl?
My dad will never know. Because I remember one time, like, we had a family dinner. He was like, I'm just so glad y'all didn't have to resort to, you know, working in clubs and stripping and doing this. And I'm just like, whew.
You know what? I like, it's really, I don't even want to say morals because it's not morals because I shake my ass in the club.
Facts.
I mean, now I don't be taking my clothes off. But like, it's just like, I just couldn't see myself doing that just because like, I'm just not a scaredy cat. I don't even know what it is. I just couldn't do it. Like,
I couldn't do it with my current mindset. Like, I couldn't be up there willingly doing it because then I was like, dang, especially we're in a day and age where everything's recorded. Nothing's ever really private.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think it definitely takes some type of like strength for a woman because it's like, okay, like one, you're up there like in front of like gawking men, right? Like men that are whatever, men that you don't want to be really around. You're just trying to get you paid for, and you're doing it in a outfit that you probably like, but it's still like when you're around men that are like, ugh. You know, and then it's like, and that's why a lot of girls, from what I heard, like they gotta be like drunk or on drugs. And I don't blame them. I'd probably be in the same shit. I don't think I could do it without it, honestly. If I had to do it, like I don't think I would do it. But I don't mean it like have to do it like it's such a bad thing. Like I'm not trying to down that at
but
all.
It's just it takes a lot of confidence. It takes a lot of strength.
Yeah,
and just tolerance.
Tolerance is a good one. Like I couldn't tolerate those men.
Let me tell you, like, and this is when
waitressing was kind of hard for me sometimes in the summer, because in the summer we'd get like a bunch of like drunk tourist guys, and like to me, and I'm like in my uniform, right? Like, I mean, not really. I'm wearing like shorts and like the work t-shirt or whatever, but like I'm like hot, like, you know, like so I'm like, and I'm getting annoyed by drunk people hitting on me. So I could only imagine being dressed to sell yourself.
Mind you, you're in crowds, right? Walking around with like the bottles. You got random niggas just groping you and I'm just like,
I'm too like for that
like,
shit.
What the fuck? So
I couldn't let that shit slide. But you have to, because you gotta get your money. Shout out to them bottle girls and strippers.
Cheers to that.
Shout out to them. Y'all got the best tolerance.
The strippers, because y'all got the tolerance
and strength.
Because I don't. And I literally did not last, because like I was just like, you know, this really ain't for me.
Before I came here, I was like, I feel like I could be a bottle girl in the summer. I still feel like I kind of could, but then I'm like, you know what? I don't think I could.
You want to know when I stopped? Like, so I stopped showing up. There was this one day I called out.
It's also a lot of maintenance, and I'm not like, I don't wear makeup. I'm not saying that you have to wear makeup to be a bottle girl, but I feel like you're trying to sell yourself, right?
Yeah,
at some point.
Like, I don't. You're a walking advertisement. Yeah, of like, hey, come back again. And
come see me. Shit. Yeah,
but like I remember, I just didn't have the energy, because not just me being a bottle girl. Daytime, I was working at Gymboree. On the weekends, I work.
You still work at Gymboree?
Yeah. Yes, girl.
Me too. That was my first retail job.
Really?
And I hated it. I hated it. That's the reason why I don't work retail now. No, that was my first retail.
And it's so funny, because I just never understood baby clothes. I'm like, 19 months.
Not 19 months.
Like your child's one, but I do understand why they go like they do that, because that's how the clothing size is. Like, so,
that's so funny.
Like and the only thing I liked about it, because I'd be in there watching them children's shows. Like we had the
TV in the back. I know exactly
right there. The kids be sitting down watching it, or what was like some ladybug show. I'm like,
so I'm a fast paced worker. Well, I used to be, at least. When I worked at Gymboree, it was like maybe my first summer after college, and I came home and I worked at the restaurant, because I've always worked at a restaurant, but then I was trying to get a second job. So I was like, well, let me get something not as like, you know, like
fast paced.
Yeah, fast paced. So I was like, well, let me work at a store at the outlet. So I got a job at Gymboree, and I worked there for like a summer, and I hated it, because I hated folding clothes, and I hated dealing with people unfolding the clothes I did. It was just so boring. Like working at a restaurant is so fast. Yes, it's hardworking and it's very exhausting, but I'd rather do like 3 doubles, like work from lunch to dinner at night, open and close 3 days straight, than work 1 5-hour shift at Gymboree, like, or any retail store for that case. It is the most boringest job ever. Maybe now I could do it, because I'm like, fuck work. But
I don't think I could.
Back in the day, I'm like, I need money. Like, I can't do this. I feel like I was losing money working there.
I can see that, because like for
me, I worked at a restaurant, so like I could make like $200 a shift. Yeah, there I would make like $75. It was not worth it. I was like, I'm just gonna get a second waitress.
So I was a key holder, and
goodness, you had the money,
girl. What was it? $8.
Yeah, it was like literally nothing.
Like $8 an hour, maybe, and then the minimum wage, like, and then like the regular people, I guess, got $7.25. I guess. Like, I want the manager. So
$8 was, I feel like, a lot back in the day.
Look,
I mean, as a person with not real bills. I don't know if you had real bills at that point.
I did. That was so. I swear, like I learned so much because I wanted to live a specific lifestyle, right? I wasn't thinking, like now that I'm older, like looking back, I won't thinking, like I thought I knew what I was doing, but no, I should have stayed my ass on campus. I should have stayed my ass in like the college, like apartments where it's just like your rent is your room instead of the whole apartment. I was like, no, like I want to live in a nice area. Da, da, da. So I was commuting to school, got an apartment. And then I had rent, I had a light bill, electricity, had to get groceries. Like, yeah, like, and me and Jasmine were roommates. And like, we had a nice apartment though. Like, we made it work, but it was just kind of like one of those things. Like, thinking back, we could have saved so much money just like staying. Like, just we could have still been roommates. Like, got a 2-person apartment, like college apartment, where we just pay rent for our, like, because I'm a type of person, like if it's early, it's on time. Like I don't like to have the idea or the thought of, oh, there's a grace period. The grace period is for emergencies. But if you have the money like before the due date, go ahead and put your money up. And so, like, and this is where, and Jasmine's known me since the 4th grade, so she knows how I am with money. Like, I'm really like, hey, by the way, I know it's your payday. What do you have? How much did you make? You know, because she was being a waitress. And the thing that I love about Jasmine, she didn't take it personally because she knew where I was coming from. Mm-hmm. Like, I am just a budgeting kind of person.
Yeah, me too. So, down to the penny.
Yeah, down to the motherfucking.
And that's why this past 2 years been difficult with me, because now I have to share but my budgeting is now extended to another person. Mm-hmm. And I'm sharing my money, putting my money with his and mine, and now we're budgeting. And I'm the person that I'm taking out my calculator, and I'm like, okay, this is costing this, we'll have this much, down to the penny. Like, that's how I am.
And also what I do, like, let's say the bill is like $52.50. I'm rounding that bitch. Taxes, we gonna say 54. Worst case. Okay, this needs to be the worst case scenario.
No, for real.
Like,
and that's kind of backfired on me this past 2 years because my partner does not do that. He's like, what, when we have the money, like, he just operates in a different way. Mm-hmm. So we've had to find common ground because I was very, like, I guess you could say, like, I'm telling you down to the penny. Like, I'm like, no, like, where's I feel like we're missing $50. Where's this? You know what I'm saying? So I've like had to like kind of find common ground about that because I was very, but I've always been the person that I've had 2-3 jobs. Yeah. I know how much money I have. I know what I have to pay. Yeah. I've been on my own too since college. Like, I've been paying for my cell phone bill since I was 14 years old. Like that, I've always had a bill in my life. Yeah. Since I was 14, I've always paid my cell phone. And then every like maybe other year, something else was added to it. Now I'm paying my car insurance. Now I'm paying this. And so it was difficult. Partnering it up, becoming a wife, and then figuring out, and you know how they be like, right there. You know how they be like, yeah. So I would stop at this. You know how they be like, make sure you know who you marry. Like, how do they want their kids? They finance that shit is real life because you guys might think it's like lovey-dovey, and it is, but it's hard to like find an agreement in financial stuff and family stuff and stuff like that. But when you love a person, it's all it can work out. But it's not an easy road. But we'll say that for another day. We can keep talking about that. But no, that brought me. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. I'm the same. I was like to the penny, bitch. Like, I need to know where my money's going because I worked really hard for this money. So I need to know where it's going, how it's going to affect me, what am I going to have left over, what can I do with the money I have left over, and da-da-da. Girl, but also say that when we pay our bills now, we have to...
Everything's fine.
We have to not have this negative, like, mindset.
Yeah, and speak more positively.
Manifest the good stuff, not the bad stuff.
It's a positive manifestation.
If we got something bad to say, just think it. Don't say it out loud.
Because the devil
can't hear us in our minds. He can just hear us out loud. So just shut up. That's what the video said. It was like, so just be quiet. I was like, why did they just tell me like that?
Don't you feel like you were kind of red? Like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I literally swiped up on Tracy. I was like, girl, thank you for sharing this because I needed to hear this. And she's like, girl, me too. I was like, let me just shut up.
Well,
that was manifestation.
Thank you for listening to, or welcome to Ladyy Lounge. Listening to our episode on manifestation. And I hope you stay tuned for more because the married ladies, okay, are here to speak our truth.
Wait, hold on. This is like a little ad just because this book right here, Christina has, Letters to the Universe, and she bought me one, and it will help you manifest.
Yes.
So go to Target, hoes, because that's what it said.
We will promote the book.
And I don't know who made the book, but shout outs to you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to add it.
Yeah.
She better have Instagram. Why do you not?
Letters to the Universe. Yeah. Write your letters.
And
it's 11/11. We're manifesting Ladyy Lounge.
Ladyy Lounge.
Yes. We're coming hard 2024.
2024. You ain't ready.